What up? Morning. Good afternoon. Not afternoon. Good night. Whatever it is. 2:51 a.m. I'm on my way home. The drive home. Whew. Man, it seems to never fail that when you're doing nothing, nobody wants me. When I'm doing nothing, nobody comes and gets me for nothing, for hours. And then as soon as I get up to start doing something, people start to hound me. It's not even hounding me. It's people start to, it's like oh, there he is. Oh, now I want him. They didn't want me before. Is that just my work or is that everywhere? The only thing I could akin it to is like my kids. The oldest is playing with a toy. As soon as he picks it up, then the baby wants it. Didn't want it, wanted nothing to do with it until they saw somebody else playing with it. Now they want it. And sometimes they get upset that they can't have it. It's frustrating. Uh-oh, something in the road. So, well, at work, I listen to political stuff. Pete Zion is actually my favorite. I listen to a couple of other channels. I listen to Geopolitico. It's kind of cartoony, but the information in it is pretty good. And you listen to all this geopolitics stuff, and everybody's doom and gloom. It seems like everybody's gearing up and beating the drums for war, which is a scary thought. I remember when I was a kid, remember the start of the Iraq War, and sitting in the living room at my dad's house, watching the world news with, I think it was Dan Rather, and no, I don't think it was Dan Rather. I think it was, oh my gosh, his name is escaping me. Dear boy, sure, did it for forever. Oh my goodness, I can't remember his name. Anyways, I'll remember it in a minute. I remember the opening shots of the Iraq War, and just watching a black screen, and you could see like the Iraqis shooting flak or tracer rounds. Yeah, the sky was filled with tracer rounds, and I remember thinking, this is bad. This is really bad. And I got scared, and I thought things were going to be different for us, and they weren't. As a matter of fact, the only time I ever felt anything from that war was when my cousin was killed. That's it. Nothing else ever affected me, which is incredible. We are incredibly lucky, and I'm concerned that that's a luxury we won't have if World War III starts up, or if anything with China happens. I think that I'm probably too fat and out of shape, probably a little bit too old for the Army to draft me up. Like, if they get desperate, oh yeah, they're gonna take me, guaranteed. But I have a son. That concerns me. His mother tells me that he's interested in being a Marine. It's even scarier. Those guys are intense and badasses. And I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to be a Marine. I was a broken kid, though. I should have. I think that might be my biggest regret, is not serving my country. I was so afraid of failing. I was afraid of failing publicly. I was afraid of having a drill instructor in my face screaming. I was afraid of a shark attack and not being able to keep it together. That's what I was afraid of. I'm not one of those tough guys who was afraid that I'm going to get into a fight with a drill instructor. I'm going to knock him. No, I wasn't afraid of that. I was afraid of not being emotionally tough enough. When I was 18 or 19 years old. I can still remember the name of my recruiter, Javier Hernandez. Staff Sergeant Javier Hernandez. And I remember going into the Marine recruiting office and in Greece, New York. And he had a broken hand. And he was like, I got a broken hand. I'm still going to do pull-ups. Show me, can you do a pull-up? And I was like, oh, no, I'm too wimpy to do a pull-up. And he was up there doing pull-ups. And I remember on my 18th birthday, he showed up. And I was upstairs smoking a bong. And he walked in and wanted to talk to me. And I was just high as hell. He had to know. I had to reek like it. And man, I wish he would have said what he thought. As a kid at that age, I needed to hear it. And he didn't say anything. He didn't call me soft or a fuck up or none of that. He was just like, all right, man. Hey, we're going to go do some workout stuff. I'd like to see you there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, totally. And I blew it off. That sucks. That was pretty wimpy. Oh, man. Life's full of regrets. Like, I wish that I could have the drive and the understanding and just the way I think now when I got out of high school. Oh man, that'd be so different. I've been through so much just heartache and just pain and suffering, learning hard lessons and beating my head up against the wall. I guess that's kind of why I do this, is so I'm talking about myself, but I talk to kids and I'm like, hey, you're not helpless, you're not hopeless. And I've noticed that in this younger generation, I sound like an old guy, that they are soft. I was soft. Man, I don't like how this one went. I don't like this. I don't like this. Having an epiphany on a video. Fuck. That sucks. Anyways, I kept at it. And now I like who I am now. That's one of my other biggest regrets, is I didn't like who I used to be. I don't like that guy. I do now, though. I guess that's all that matters. Anyways, peace out. Love yourself.